Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel, and in this video I'll be unboxing the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Now this is the top of the range iPhone in the iPhone 11 family released this year. The very first one obviously being iPhone 11, then comes the iPhone 11 Pro at 5.8-inch screen, and then followed by this top of the range model, the iPhone 11 Pro Max with a 6.5-inch OLED screen. So without wasting any more time, let's quickly have a look at the box, and then eventually we'll open it up and see what contents do we find inside. So this is, by the way, at the midnight green color. Thanks for a friend. It's a loan unit. It will be with me for the next few days, so please feel free to ask me any questions should you wish to, and I will try to shoot as many videos as I can, like I said, in the next few days to come. So having a look at the box, then at the bottom, Apple logo. At the back you got all the typical specs, guys. You can obviously pause it should you wish to have a look. This is, by the way, the 256 gigs version. It also comes in 64 gig and also 512 gig, which is a bit difficult to hold these days because it's a lot in demand. Okay, so let's open the box up. Nothing much here to look at, guys. So this bit here at the bottom. Okay, so it's going to go this way around. Oh, that feeling when you unwrap a brand new phone. I've done it so many times over the years, but every time I do it, it's a brand new feeling. Okay, so let's open the box up. There we go. Ta-ra! That is the brand new iPhone 11 Pro Max in this beautiful, lovely midnight green color. The phone also comes in other colors, including a space gray, which is also a UK favorite, but to me so far this color, the midnight green, seems to be the best of the bunch. Okay, so let's put the phone aside for a minute and let's have a look and see what else do we find inside the box. So designed by Apple in California. So this is all, I'm sure, the information relating to your phone. A couple of Apple stickers like they do it every year. I wish they would have turned this Apple maybe green to match the color of the phone, but they always give you white stickers for some reason. And what else have you got? Hello, the startup guide, and you got obviously the SIM ejector tool as well. So having a look inside, you also got a pair of earphones, the typical iPhone, the regular ones. Alright, so what else do we got? So we have this power adapter, and to my knowledge, from my understanding, this is for the first time that Apple have finally included a fast charger as standard in the box. This is something which Android phones have been doing for years. Finally, Apple have listened and they have given us a fast charger in the iPhone 11 Pro Max and all the iPhones, if I remember correctly. So this is supposed to be an 18-watt fast charger. In short, meaning you should be able to top up your phone up to 50% battery in just 30 minutes, which is fantastic. I'm sure Apple fans must be very, very relieved. Then we have another cable here. This is the lightning end of this cable, and this time around we have a Type-C, and I think the reason for that is because I saw earlier finally the adapter has got a Type-C port, so you can plug it in like this straight away, meaning this cable can also be used with other compatible adapters. So if you forget your iPhone's charger at home, for instance, you can use this cable to also charge your iPhone, as most Android power adapters have a Type-C port, so you should be able to use that without any fuss. Let's bring the star of the show, which is our iPhone 11 Pro Max in this beautiful midnight green color. To be honest, the phone looks very nice. I like the matte finish at the back. I'm not too sure about the camera setup. It's different, I must admit. Most phones are coming out with 3 or 4 and even sometimes 5 cameras. Like for instance, the Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro has got 5 camera, penta camera setup. That's absolutely crazy. However, this setup is different. Like I said, mostly you find the cameras aligned vertically or horizontally, but in this case it's got a different setup and it looks different from the crowd. So I gotta give Apple the credit for that, for keeping it slightly different so you can tell from far away this is the iPhone 11 Pro or Pro Max. Okay, then you also got this LED flash. I think it's a quad LED flash, so you got 4 different LED flash lights in there again, which is fantastic. This, I am guessing, is the noise cancellation mic. Okay, so unwrapping the front bit, there you go, and this is the iPhone 11 Pro Max. I tell you what, the phone feels a bit heavy to me. I think if I remember correctly, it's over 200 grams in weight. iPhone Pro models are mostly quite heavier as opposed to the regular models. I use the Samsung Galaxy S10. Most of you follow me, you guys know already. This is the green color in the S10, the Samsung's flagship phone for this year, before obviously the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. And this is a very, very light, substantially light phone. So it'd be good to see how much the iPhone 11 Pro Max weighs. So let me bring in my weighing machine. So that's my weighing machine. So let's first of all put the iPhone 11 Pro Max on the machine and see how much this weighs. There we go. My goodness me. So this is a 225 grams phone, and like I said to you guys earlier, it felt substantially heavy, and it is quite a heavy phone. This is more heavier than the Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. I think the Note 10 Plus is just under 200 grams. Now, just to give you an idea, those of you who are using the Samsung Galaxy S10 like myself, so let's put the Galaxy S10 on top of this and see how much this weighs. So 159 grams. As you can see, both the devices are pretty much similar in size. Obviously the S10 being just slightly smaller than the Pro Max, but still substantially heavier the iPhone 11 Pro Max. Like I said, once again, putting it on the machine just to give you guys an idea, it's 225 grams, which is substantially heavy, among the heaviest phones I've seen this year so far. So looking around the phone, first and foremost, let's have a look at the back. Obviously the main attraction, where you got these lovely 3 camera setup, first time for an iPhone. So the main primary lens has an f1.8 aperture and 12 megapixel sensor. The second one, which is a telephoto lens, is also a 12 megapixel sensor with an f2.0 aperture. And then we have got the third one, again a 12 megapixel sensor with an f2.4 aperture, and this one is the ultra wide lens, which will help you in taking ultra wide photos, which I will show you in just a moment. The summary is that all these 3 lenses are at 12 megapixel of power with varying apertures and various functions. Also, you have a quad LED flashlight, which is fantastic, along with the noise cancellation mic also at the back. Okay, the Apple logo, typical, looks very, very nice, very flushed. Okay, looking at the bottom of the phone, this is where you got your speaker. So this phone has stereo speaker setup. Like I said, one at the bottom, one at the top, and once you hold the phone like this or like that, you will hear the stereo effect whilst you listen to your music or to your videos. I will be doing a sound test, a speaker sound test with the Samsung Galaxy S10. This was a video which was much requested by many users when the iPhone 11 came out just about over a month ago. So now that I've got hold of the iPhone 11 Pro Max, it will be interesting to see which phone sounds louder, as the S10 also has a similar stereo setup with a speaker at the bottom and then a speaker here up in the earpiece. This will be a very, very interesting video. Do stay tuned, guys, and I promise you I will be doing this video in the next couple of days. Okay, so let's have a look on the right hand side of the phone. This is the power button, and this is where your SIM will go. Let's open the SIM tray up and see if it's a dual SIM phone or a single SIM phone. So there you go, getting the SIM tray out. As you can see, it's a single nano SIM phone. I think if I remember correctly, in China they're giving you a dual nano SIM version, but in Europe you only get one single SIM version. Obviously with iPhones they never use SD cards. At the bottom you got this port here to charge up your iPhone along with the speaker, and then on the left hand side the volume rockers along with this sound profile switch, which is a typical traditional from Apple, so nothing new here. Up top you can see this gray line. Obviously this is for the antenna and the signals, and you see a similar line on here on the left hand side as well. But all in all, a nice looking phone, well built, not too bad. So let's boot the phone up and press the power button, and let's go to the setup and we'll see if we can configure the phone. It should have some battery left. There we go. As you can see, it's got some battery on it already. Now whilst the phone boots up, let's quickly also speak about some specs, the hardcore specs for the geeks out there. Now this Apple iPhone comes with the A13 Bionic chipset. This is a chipset built on 7nm manufacturing process. In short, what it means is it is one of the fastest chipsets on the planet. It's so quick in benchmarks that I've heard so far. It beats every Snapdragon, including the very latest Snapdragon 855 Plus on Android. So this is the fastest chip on the planet, and iPhones traditionally have always beaten Android phones when it comes to hardcore benchmarking test. Also, this is the 256 gig version. It also comes with 64, which I think is absolutely crap and useless. They should completely get rid of 64 gig version. It also comes in 512 gig. By the way, this phone also has got 4 gigs of RAM, which is again good. It will help the Bionic chip perform even better. Also, you have a 6.5-inch OLED, and Apple is calling it Super Retina display, meaning ultra clear pictures. The display is also HDR and HDR10 compatible, meaning if you got Netflix watching videos on the screen, you will get the full extent of the quality which Netflix will offer, which is HD and HD10 plus. Also, it's got Dolby Vision that should also improve the quality of the videos, especially if you're watching on Amazon Prime or Netflix, like I said before. Okay, so let's quickly go to the setup. UK setting language. By the way, the phone also has a front facing camera. It's a 12 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture. In the days to come, I'll take quite a lot of selfies. I will shoot some videos, guys, so please do stay tuned to my channel. And also I will be putting some more pictures on my social media and rest, so please do keep an eye, like I said, on my YouTube channel and also on social media. Okay, so now let's quickly go to the setup and see how this goes. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I finally managed to go through the basic setup. So now let's have a look at the screen. As you can see, guys, this is an OLED screen, like I said to you earlier in the video. And again, the phone has got scratch resistant glass along with the oleophobic coating like in typical Apple style, and it can go all the way up to 800 nits of maximum brightness. However, I'm hearing that if you play Netflix on it, this brightness can go all the way up to 11 or 1200 nits, which is fantastic because that's when the HDR10 or the Dolby Vision kicks in, giving you the maximum potential of the A13 Bionic chip, along with this beautiful, lovely, very bright, clear OLED screen. Okay, so now let's get into the settings and have a look and see how much storage the phone has without installing any single app so far. So settings, general, iPhone storage, and there we go. It's using 12.6 gigs out of 256 gig, which is not too bad. It is very reasonable because I've seen Android phones even consuming more space. This phone is, by the way, running iOS 13, which is one of the latest iterations on iOS, and these are all the default apps installed on this iPhone. Also, let's have a look at the sound. Like I said to you earlier, this phone has got a stereo speaker setup, meaning the bottom firing speaker and the earpiece used as the second speaker, so it will give you that stereo effect. And also the phone comes with Dolby Atmos sound, same as we have on the Samsung Galaxy S10. Okay, so let's get into sound now, and let's have a quick listen to the speaker and see how loud this speaker is. I tell you what, it's not too bad. It was pretty loud, and I could even feel the vibration, a very strong vibration motor inside, which is something which I haven't seen on previous iPhones. So nice one, Apple. Speakers are fairly loud, but obviously this is no test as of now. I will download proper HD files, and like I said to you earlier in the video, I will be doing a speaker test against the Samsung Galaxy S10, which is currently the best speaker phone on the market. I want to see if iPhone 11 Pro Max is able to beat the Samsung Galaxy S10, and like I said, the current champion as far as I'm concerned when it comes to stereo speakers. Okay, so now let's have a quick look at the camera and see how that performs. So let's open this up and see what it says. this is important, guys. Let me bring a few objects which I had already set up there for you guys, so we can test the camera out and look at the power of the new camera on this brand new iPhone 11 Pro Max. Okay, so as you can see in the video, guys, it's got 3 different lenses. This is right now on the standard lens. So if you go into the telephoto lens, type in optical zoom, this is what you call the power of the second lens, which is the telephoto lens with an f2.0 aperture. In the past, the telephoto lens, the aperture wasn't as wide, but on this one it's quite wide with f2.0, meaning that you will have a clearer picture even if you zoom in like I have here done with twice optical zoom, so not looking too bad. So this is the standard lens, and then you tap on here, and this is the ultra wide lens. This is the third lens, which has got an f2.4 aperture, and if you are in a birthday party or a wedding ceremony or any function where you got lots of people, and say if you have got 15 or 20 people in a group standing right in front, and if your standard lens is unable to get everybody in the frame, you can press this button and they will capture almost everybody, around 15 to 20 people standing along the same time and coming in one single photo frame. So this is where the third lens, the ultra wide lens, is used. Okay, so now let's go back to standard lens and let's take a couple of photos and see how the phone performs. I got my Canon 750D. This is my DSLR camera along with this current voltage monitor from cjunaid. So let's take, like I said, a standard photo first without tapping on the screen. There we go. And then now let's go twice into it, the zoom, and let's capture this separately first. There we go. And then the actual camera itself, there we go, without tapping on it. Boom, there you go, guys. And then now let's use the ultra wide angle camera and see how that does. There we go. Okay, so now let's have a quick look at the quality. It's telling me you can swipe this and that, all that kind of stuff. That's fine, no problem. So this is the ultra wide lens. Let's look at the normal lens first. So this is the normal regular lens. So now let's zoom into the picture. There we go. As you can see, the f1.8 aperture, the wide aperture, clearly showing its power. And even if you zoom all the way in, you can see the text EOS like a 750D is quite clear, and so is the word Canon. And you can see the apertures here are quite clear as well. Canon very, very clear, and also here cjunaid, not too bad. Everything is very, very visible. Model C0056, and nice and sharp and natural colors. I remember some time back in the days, some of the pictures on the iPhones used to be over saturated, but this time around they're looking more natural to me. Okay, so let's have a look at the zoom lens now. This is the 2x optical second lens, which goes in twice at optical zoom, and you can see still retaining all the texture and everything in a very clear fashion. The camera looks spot on so far, and this is me without tapping on the screen at all, so not looking too bad. Here again, everything is very sharp and clear, and the colors I can see are very, very natural. And then you have the ultra wide angle lens. There we go, guys, covering much of my desk behind the wall as well. Obviously the quality drops a little bit, not too bad. I can see a bit of a yellow tint in the picture, but then that's to be expected with the ultra wide lens. So not looking too bad overall. The cameras look very promising. The build quality is top notch, like I said. By the way, the phone also is IP68 rated, and this has also been slightly upgraded this time. An average phone, when it comes out on the market, it can go up to a depth of 1.5 meter underwater for 30 minutes. This phone can go up to 4 meters in depth for 30 minutes, which is the recently upgraded IP68 rating, and first time again in a phone. The Galaxies and the other top end Android phones are yet to achieve an IP68 rated based on 4 meters depth. So this is also a first time for the Apple iPhone. So like I said, guys, so far so good, looking like a solid phone, but obviously in the days to come I'll be testing it. Please do stay tuned. Like I said, I'll be doing a speaker test against the Samsung Galaxy S10 and see which phone sounds lighter. So guys, if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. Any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment section, like I said, and please subscribe to my channel as it helps, and I shall see you in the next video.